Hello, this is Breakfast with Nina Warhurst and Ben Boulos.
Time now for all the sport, and Gavin joins us. Gavin, a lot of attention on the hockey.
Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, so lots to talk about in the hockey, football as well. We'll talk hockey first because it's an exciting time for British hockey as both the men's and women's teams will be going for gold at this year's Olympics. GB's women beat Ireland in Valencia while the men beat New Zealand. By former Team GB hockey player and gold medal winner, of course, Sam Quek, who's in the studio. Sam, great to see you.
Good morning.
How you doing? All right?
Yeah, good. Better after yesterday's results. Really good news for the sport.
Absolutely right. You know, as a former gold medal winner yourself, you know, former Team GB star, of course, back in 2016 with the team in Rio. How does it feel to see the team potentially be able to go for gold again?
It's a funny one, actually, because everyone's celebrating it in the news, which is fabulous. But the job isn't done. You've got your ticket to Paris. You're ready to go. And I think in the run-up now, it's 6 months away? Time has gone so quick. It's all about, like, reset, get back, and you've ultimately got to get selected again to go and represent Great Britain at the Olympics. But great pictures there, and it's so good to see the faces. That's just relief as well as joy, qualifying for Paris.
Yeah. What are these months in the lead up to Olympic Games like? I can't imagine like waking up every day and thinking we're on.
But again, the opportunity to get into the coach's eye, making sure that you're faster, you're stronger, that you're going to get selected. You have every day to make that opportunity happen. So, you know, you've got heart rate monitors on, you've got your GPS, you go into training on the pitch twice a day sometimes. It's recorded. There's nowhere to hide. So it's just about making sure you're at the front on best performance, eating the right thing, doing the right thing, and ultimately getting selected.
And when do they make that decision? When do you find out?
It's quite late. So I was looking at the fixtures actually coming up in the next 6 months. What have GB hockey got before the Olympics? And there's a pro league in June in London. There's going to be some great hockey on show. But I think that's going to be the Olympic team going to Paris. So it just depends where they fall, really. For us in 2016, we had the Champions Trophy, which is around the same time. But it wasn't actually announced that that was the Olympic team until after that tournament. Okay. Obviously, we knew as players. So keep your eye out on that tournament. That could be your Olympic team going for gold. But it's just, you have to stay fit. You have to push yourself. And there's a fine line between, you know, going in really hard for a tackle, but then thinking, oh, I'm not gonna get injured this time round. But you've got to go full pelt because you train as you play.
And such a long time, isn't it?
It is indeed, and the pressure as well amongst the squad at the moment, trying to get those spots. It must be quite intense, right?
Yeah, it's brutal because again, you're a team sport, but ultimately, you know, there's one space for you. So as a defender, we took 4, maybe another one who could play across midfield and defence. But you're competing with your teammates. So you want to have that element of competition. But to have a very healthy team culture, you've got to get on. You've got to have each other's backs. And that's what's so special for me in team sports across the board, elite level to club level. And I think that's what's brilliant about sport. You learn to manage yourself, your expectations, learn to lose, learn to win. Well, it's brutal because you've got to be vulnerable. You've got to put yourself out there to be the best.
And we're good at hockey, aren't we? We are the 4th best historically, globally, in the Olympics at hockey. What are the chances then, do you think, for both teams, men and women, of bringing medals home this time round?
There's always a chance. The thing with the Olympics, you can train all year and everything has to be... You have to be on it for that 2 weeks. And for some events, it's for that one race, that one match. For hockey, it's 2 weeks. Women, they're ranked 6th in the world. That's the same as what we were in 2016. Anything can happen. We were written off in the tournament prior to the Olympics because we didn't even make the semi-final a few weeks before the Olympics. But anything can happen. We went and won gold. The men are ranked 4th at the moment, and they are doing brilliant. These are the guys here qualifying. So that was them beating... They won their semi-final. They're playing in the final today at 4:30 on the BBC. They've got a real chance. They're playing some of the best hockey culturally. They're in their best place. And they won a European silver, actually, last summer, which is one of the first medals in 14 years at a serious top competition. So really exciting things for the guys. I think they're in the best place in probably the past 4 Olympics to go and actually...
So possibility for medals for both of them. Finally, Sam, do you ever get used to being an Olympic gold medal winner?
No, I went to an event 2 days ago and got my medal out for the first time. And my daughter Molly's 2. I've got Zach who's 1. And Molly is just getting to that point now of, Mummy, what's this? And I'm explaining to her what it is, but I don't know whether it's going over her head, whether it's starting to click, but I never get used to it. But it was nice just to get it out. Yeah. My ribbon, the ribbon's so thick, and I've never washed it to this day. So there's a particular waft that comes out when I open up the box, and I'll leave that to your imagination. But it's blood, sweat, tears, champagne, the lot, and good times. But I never get used to it. But just mega proud. It's part of my story.
As she should be.
Yeah. The lovely thing is, you'd all probably grow up thinking that it's normal to have
Every
a gold medal
mommy
in the
has
house.
a gold
It just
medal,
seems everyone has them in the house, but they don't.
Well, my husband's got a Guinness World Record up on the wall. So
what's that for?
Well, so what happened? He did a really big collage of my headlines from Rio and, you know, my shirt. And he said, you know what, I need something because our kids are going to walk past that every single day and I'm going to look so inferior. So for our wedding, he decided to do a Guinness World Record because he thought he's the only one in the world, whereas he's like, there's more than one person with an MBE and a gold medal. So he has the most touches with a stick and ball in a minute in the world as of 2019.
A stick
so
and
random. So touches, so taps, hockey ball taps.
Oh, okay.
So he went down to Bowden Club round the corner, got videoed and was like tap, 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 tap.
Wow, competitive
So
watch.
there we go. A very competitive household, so, you know.
Wow, there we go.
Keep our eyes on your kids.
I mean, very inferior to my gold medal, like Guinness World Record.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Sam. Much appreciated. He's not a gold
Thanks
medal
for
winner,
having
though.
me.
He's not a gold medal winner. There you go. Sam, thanks very much indeed. Let's crack on with the football then. And Ivan Toney scored with his first shot after returning from an 8-month suspension for breaching the FA's gambling regulations as his Brentford side came from behind.